Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be going over the most recent episode of Monday Night Raw from June 16th, which was yesterday. So, yeah, how we usually do these types of reviews is that I go over all the matches and segments. I'm going to rank all of them and give the full show a rating at the end of it. Now, we came off of last week's Raw very high, with very high, positive things to say about last week's Raw. This week was kind of the opposite. It was last week's was generational. This week's was an extreme letdown. Not extreme, but it was good. But like it was a big letdown. Started off with Liv Morgan and Io Sky. It was an okay segment, I guess. I just really didn't care for it. It's just they put 10 minutes into them saying, "I want the title" and all that, and they just played it on with Liv looking stupid because she thinks that Io's just gonna hand her the title. Like, bro. I don't like that. I didn't like that. So sorry. I'm going to give it a 2.9 out of 5. I didn't like it. So, yeah. The opening match was the Queen of the Ring Fatal 4-Way Tournament match between Stephanie Verker, Ivy Nile, Raquel Rodriguez, and Asuka. The returning Asuka, which glad to see her back. So, yeah. But the match didn't really pick up until after the second commercial. I mean, yeah, it wasn't great. It was slow. But then after the second commercial, it really started to pick up well. Asuka ended up getting the win because Rhea Ripley interfered, which I don't know why they were going to continue that feud at the time because Liv wasn't injured before that happened. Or when that happened, Liv wasn't injured, so I don't know what they were going to try and do with Rhea and Raquel or Liv. I don't even know at this point. Asuka got the win though. I'm going to give it a 3.3 out of 5. I thought it was a good match at the end of it, so yeah. Next up was Gunther and Goldberg. My crash shot is available on Twitch if you want to see it. Yeah, I did not think they were actually going to do this, and they did. So, yeah, even though even though I've seen all the reports about Goldberg coming back, I did not think they were going to actually do it. So, yeah. Goldberg's back. I don't like Goldberg that much. That's why that's why I crashed out on Twitch yesterday, if you want to go see it. I could have loved it, though, but I didn't. I don't know. It's just going to be, like, a really bad match. If it drags, it's going to be a really bad match. If it's, like, 4 minutes, it could probably be good, I guess. I don't know. I just don't like the idea. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. I guess it was. I still thought it was good, but like, come on. And next up was JD McDonough versus AJ Styles. It was honestly I expected a lot more from that match because of how JD is in ring. We've seen his matches before with Ricochet. We've seen the way he moves. We've seen how he puts his body on the line. I just did not. I thought it was gonna be like. I thought it was gonna be like a generational match with AJ. No, it was generic. It was mid, I guess. It ended up being slightly good, but yeah, that's it. I'm gonna give it a 3.1 out of 5. It was good, I guess, but next up was Bayley and Becky Lynch's segment. It was good as well, but yeah, I don't know. I felt like there's some moments where it just felt awkward. I don't know how to explain it. There were just some moments where it just felt off. I don't know. It was weird. I don't know. It was still a good segment though, because it really just dug into the story they're trying to tell, but like at the same time, it just felt, I don't know. It was still good though. I'm gonna give it a 3.6 out of 5. Yeah. Next up was supposed to be Kairi Sane versus Liv Morgan, but unfortunately, Liv Morgan ended up suffering a freak injury that's gonna keep her out for almost 4 months or maybe more than that. I don't know. It's just very unfortunate how this happened. She dislocated her shoulder. She's out for for about 12 weeks. Hopefully, she has a speedy recovery. She was gonna. Like from what I've seen, she was gonna win the title off Io or face Io for the title. I don't know, but unfortunately, this injury just got in the way. I mean, I think they're gonna have a big program with her for Evolution, and then SummerSlam in her home state. Like, very unfortunate. It was gonna be a good summer for Liv Morgan, but unfortunately, this injury came at the worst time, which. Just not faulting anyone here, just a really big accident. Just hopefully Liv Morgan recovers well. And we're gonna see, and hopefully we can see her back sooner than expected. No, that's so yeah. The main event was Jey Uso versus Rusev versus Sheamus versus Bronson Reed in the King of the Ring tournament fatal 4-way. It was a great match. I really can't lie. You had everybody show out in this match, even Jey Uso, which I'm kidding. Wait, I'm not kidding. Wait, what am I saying? It's because the IWC always says Jey Uso cannot show out in these other matches where everyone else carries. But no, I think everyone held their ground here. I don't know why I said, what is wrong with me? But everyone held their ground here. I thought everyone did well. And then this ended up being like a Bloodline Rules type match. You already have the 4 men that's participating in the main event. You then have the involvements of Braun Breaker, Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes. That's already like 8 people involved in that main event. Penta, LA Knight. insane main event right there. Honestly, I think there's more. No, there's no more than that, right? No. Man, that's just a very insane main event right there. Jey Uso ended up getting the win, which we're gonna see Cody versus Jey next Monday on Raw, so that's gonna be pretty cool to see. I'm gonna give the match a 3.9 out of 5, and that's the best moment of the night as well. I'm gonna hear the ratings for the matches or the rankings. Sorry, but overall, I thought this was more of a step down than what we got last week. Honestly, last week was Generation. I had everything happen at once. Unfortunately, here it just wasn't the case. Liv and Nia was. The segment was fine, I guess. The women's four-way was not that great until it got good, but we had the Rhea and Raquel feud start over again. Goldberg, JD, and AJ not being that great. With like Bailey and Becky was decent, but you had Liv Morgan get injured. Like, just it wasn't the episode that people want to really just fondly look at. So yeah, I'm gonna go to 3.3 out of 5. I thought it was still pretty good. There's some good spots, but yeah, I'm going to give it a 3.3 out of 5. That's it. That's going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching, and have a great day. Goodbye.